Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om Namaste. Welcome to session 51 of Sundarakandam learning series. In today's session, we start the very happy Sarga, 15th Sarga, Sita Darshanam. Okay, till now it took him 14 Sargas to cross over Lanka, 3 Sargas just to cross over the ocean, overcome all the obstacles, and then 4, 5, 6, his frantic search in the outer parts of Lanka, 7, 8, 9, 10, frantic search in the inner quarters, 11 and 12, literally, shaking his head in frustration. Hanuman loses hope, pulls himself up, loses hope again, pulls himself up, and then finally, with a heartfelt prayer to Jagannatha to show herself, he says, now I must see her in this Ashokavana, and he enters the Ashokavana, and this is where he is going to see her. Before we go into the 15th Sarga, I should have my mistake. 13th Sarga also, I should have told the Upaya. 15th also I have to tell. Because 15th is very popularly known. Then I remembered, and 13th I did not tell. 13th Sarga, if anyone is suffering from Chitta Brahma, delusion, or any kind of mental influence, wrong influence from others, then on their behalf you may chant 13th Sarga. What is a Nevedyam? Or cooked rice served with urad powder. Ulandu podi we say in Tamil, no? That will be put along with ghee and served to Hanuman as Nevedyam, and then it will be taken, consumed as prasad. It can be fed especially to the person suffering from the delusion. For Chitta Brahma Dosha Nivritti, 13th Sarga. 15th Sarga, extremely popular, many of you may already know. Who are we seeing? Sita Mata. So those of us who desperately want Lakshmi Devi in our lives. Okay, Daridriya Nashanam, 15th Sarga benefit. Okay, for those who feel, especially we know so many people, poor, deserving families, okay, where they earn money honestly, but large amount of money doesn't come their way, then even on their behalf, it may be chanted. 15th Sarga may be chanted. It is very easy to chant and do the Nevedyam because 15th Sarga is not very long. And 15th Sarga, 5 bananas have to be offered as Nevedyam. Okay, for Daridriya Nashanam, 5 bananas. When should it be chanted? There is a specific time, especially for this, because it is Mahalakshmi. In the evening, after lighting the lamp only, we must chant. Other sargas, normally morning we chant. Okay, but this one, even the third sarga, I told no that third sarga we should do after offering Deeparardhana in the evening. Even this sarga, 15th sarga, is chanted in the evening for Lakshmi Devi's Anugraha. Okay, one more special thing which you may not find in many English translation books and everything. These 5 bananas we can consume ourselves, but if you keep a dozen bananas, try to donate others also, donate to others also, so you will help others. So don't consume all the prasadam yourself. Consume some, give away some. Okay, then this is the benefit of 15th sarga. Now we go to the actual sarga and the chanting. Just a second. Atha Panchadasha Sargaha Atha Panchadasha Sargaha Savikshamanas-tatrastho Savikshamanas-tatrastho Margamanascha Maithili Margamanascha Maithili Avekshamanascha Mahim Avekshamanascha Mahim Sarvam Tam Anvavaikshata Sarvam Tam Anvavaikshata Savikshamanas-tatrastho Margamanascha Maithili Savikshamanas-tatrastho Margamanascha Maithili Avekshamanascha Mahim Sarvam Tamanvavaikshata Avekshamanascha Mahim Sarvam Tam Anvavaikshata together. Savikshamanas-tatrastho Margamanascha Maithili Avekshamanascha Mahim Sarvam Tam Anvavaikshata. Verb. Anvavaikshata. Anu yogaha ikshata. Ikshata saw. past tense. Anvavaikshata, saw. Here you will find the verb is saw. And then there will be 3 adjectives for Hanuman. All of them meaning one who's seeing, one who's searching. This is to show Hanuman's desperation to look for Sita Mata. Okay, we will see the meaning. Saha anvavaikshata. Saha kaha tatrastaha anvavaikshata. Tatrastaha means what? One who is situated there. Tatra means there. Staha means one who is situated. Where is he situated? We must remember on top of the Shimshuka Vriksha. Correct? He has climbed on top of the Shimshuka Vriksha, and the last chapter ending, he says, oh, let me look around. I'm sure to find her somewhere. And he's on top of the tree. So, tatrastaha, one who's situated on top of that tree. Who is he? Vikshamanaha, Maithili Margamanaha, Avekshamanaha. Instead of naming Hanuman directly, these are the 3 words used for Hanuman. Vikshamanaha, one who is searching. Maithili Margamanaha. Margamanaha, one who is looking for the Marga, one who is searching. For whom? Maithili. Avekshamanaha, one who is examining carefully. So the words simply mean seeing, searching, examining carefully. So why 3 times did Valmiki decide to use one verb? Looking, looking, looking. And on top of it, he added the verb anvavaikshata to say that he searched everywhere, he is looking everywhere. To show his desperation, this also teaches us a valuable lesson. And when we want to see Ambal, when we want to see Jagannatha, we must also desperately want to see her. We must also wish with all our hearts. That is only bhakti. When the heart melts and one pointed focus is there in every indriya, jnanendriya, to look for her everywhere. The ears should wait for her signs. The eyes should look for her everywhere. The nose should only try to smell her fragrance. When we look for her that desperately, she will surely show herself, as she will in the 15th Sarga. So this desperation is actually, the desperation or eagerness to see Mahalakshmi Devi is actually bhakti, which Hanuman shows to us, and Valmiki as a nimitta of Hanuman, using a nimitta of Hanuman, tells us by using the word Vikshamanaha, Avekshamanaha, Margamanaha, Anvavaikshata. Okay, I hope that part of it is clear. Tam Sarvam Mahim Anvavaikshata, that entire land. Okay, Tam, that, Sarvam, entire, Mahim, land, Anvavaikshata, look everywhere. So there he is on top of the tree, looking everywhere for her with great vigor and enthusiasm. What happens? What does he see? Santanakalatабhischa, Santanakalatабhischa, Padapairupasobhitam, Padapairupasobhitam, Divyagandharasopetam, Divyagandharasopetam, Sarvatah Samalankritam, Sarvatah Samalankritam, Santanakalatабhischa, Padapairupasobhitam, Santanakalatабhischa, Padapairupasobhitam, Divyagandharasopetam, Sarvatah Samalankritam, Divyagandharasopetam, Sarvatah Samalankritam. Together. Santanakalatабhischa, Padapairupasobhitam, Divyagandharasopetam, Sarvatah Samalankritam. Now, to do the Anvaya of this particular verse, I have to actually take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 7 Shlokas. I thought, let me not do it that way. Instead, I'll ask you to take the subject, namely Marutihi Tatrastaha. Okay, that from the 6th shloka. If you open your text, you will see Pradiptamiva Tatrastho Maruti Samudaikshata. From there, we will take Tatrastaha Maruti. He is the subject. Okay, the one who's situated there, that Maruti, that Hanuman. What did he see? Okay, what did he see? Samudaikshata. Tam Samudaikshata. He saw. Okay, Tam Samudaikshata. This comes from, let me just check. Is it 8 or 7?
6 only, no, ma'am.
Uh,
Maruti Samudaikshyata.
Tam comes from, Tam comes from the next shloka, third one, and Samudaikshyata comes from the sixth shloka. Right. I was looking for Tam. Tam comes from the third shloka, and Samudaikshyata, he looked. Okay, so the basic structure of the sentence I'll explain here that, and then let's go into shloka by shloka Anvaya. Tatrastaha Marutihi. Maruti, who was situated there. Okay, Samudaikshyata, saw well. What did he see well? Tam. Tam is what? Medini. That area, he saw well. So what is he seeing in that area when he is searching everywhere? Is the subject matter of these 7 shlokas. Okay, so this is the basic sentence structure. What did he see? Santanakalatabihi padapaihi cha upashobhitam divyagandharasopetam sarvatas samalankritam tam medini samudaikshyata. What did he see? Santanakalatabihi, with creepers of Santana trees. Santana trees are, as you all know, Deva Vrikshas. Correct? Like your Kalpataru, right? So they are wish-fulfilling trees. These grew in Ravana's pleasure garden. Why? Because the Devas were all under his control. So Santanaka Lata. Lata refers to creepers. So the creepers of the Santanaka trees were in abundance there. Padapaihi. These trees, which were surrounded with the creepers of the Santanaka trees, cha and upashobhitam, looking splendid. Divya gandharaso petam, enriched with divine fragrances. Because these Santanaka trees are divine trees, those flowers, the fragrance of it is out of the world. And that was perfuming the whole area. So Divya gandharaso petam. Sarvataha samalankritam. Not only were the flowers smelling amazing, they were looking also very beautiful, making the entire place look very nice, splendid and well decorated. Some alankritam, well decorated. Okay, so that is the meaning of the second shloka. I hope it is clear. If you want me to repeat the structure or the second shloka, I can. Okay. If you have questions, you can ask me anytime. Tam sanandana sankasham तां सनन्दनसङ्काशां मृगपक्षिभिरावृतां हर्म्यप्रासादसम्बाधां कोकिलाकुलनिस्वनां तान् सनन्दनसङ्काशां मृगपक्षिभिरावृतां तां सनन्दनसङ्काशां मृगपक्षिभिरावृतां हर्म्यप्रासादसम्बाधां कोकिलाकुलनिस्वनां हर्म्यप्रासादसम्बाधां कोकिलाकुलनिस्वनां. Together. तान् सनन्दनसङ्काशां मृगपक्षिभिरावृतां हर्म्यप्रासादसम्बाधां कोकिलाकुलनिस्वनां. Okay, Tam we've already seen Medini. Okay. Nandana Sankasham Mrigapakshibihi Avritam Harmya Prasada Sambadham Kokilakula Niswanam Tam Medini Samudaikshyata. This is how the sentence goes. What did he see? Nandana Sankasham, resembling Nandana. What is Nandana? Does anyone remember or know? I have told before. Nandana literally means that which delights. Nandayati iti nandanaha, that which delights. But it is actually a proper noun. I've just explained the etymology, but it's a proper noun. Does anyone know? What is it? Okay, I'll give a clue. What are we comparing? We're comparing Ashokavana. What is Ashokavana? Pleasure garden. Therefore, garden can be compared to the garden only, no? Correct? That's the clue. Haan, Chandrika ji. Okay. Anybody else?
The
Who's
Nandanavanam, the delighted small garden which is quite delightful, ma'am. This Harika.
Harika ji, delightful garden. Whose garden?
Madam, shall I say?
Please say.
It is Indra's garden.
Correct. Indra's pleasure garden is called Nandana. Okay. Chaitra Ratha is whose pleasure garden, since we're talking of pleasure gardens? Soon it will come. Chaitra Ratha. Terima? Umaji, you know? Okay. I'll tell. Lord of Wealth.
Kubera.
Kubera's pleasure garden is called Chaitra Ratha. Okay, so that also is amazingly beautiful. It is in a celestial city called Alakapuri, which is below Kailasha. Right? So now this is Nandana Sankasha, like Indra's pleasure garden. How was it therefore? Mriga Pakshibihi Avritam, with lot of beautiful animals and birds. Avritam means it was surrounded. Okay. Harmya Prasada Sambadham. Harmya means mansion. Prasada means palaces. Sambadham means filled. Now, this we must take as some kind of an exaggeration. It is a pleasure garden. So, these places we must understand to mean like your gazebos and then resting houses, small buildings which are there. But even those were palatial in appearance. They were also very wealthy, very palatial and very magnificent in appearance. That's why it's being called, described as a Harmya and Prasada. Typically, Harmya Prasada refers to palaces like your Mysore Palace or your Bangalore, the big palace, no, like that size of palace. But here, this refers to the buildings, the palatial buildings within the garden. Harmya Prasada Sambadham. Sambadham means endowed with. Kokilakula Niswanam. Kokila Akula. Okay, Niswanam. Kokila refers to the sound, the singing birds, right? Kokilas, the cuckoos. And they're filled with their sounds. Niswanam means with their sounds. So the place was resounding with the sound of cuckoos, which was singing. Okay. Tam Medini Samudakshata. Oh, I went to the wrong window. 1 minute. Yeah. Next. Kanchanotpalapatmabhi Padmabhihi Kanchanotpalapatmabhir Vapibhir Upashobhitam Vapibhir Upashobhitam Bahvasana Kutho Pitam Bahvasana Kutho Pitam Bahubhumi Grihayutam Bahubhumi Grihayutam Kanchanotpalapatmabhir Vapibhir Upashobhitam Kanchanotpalapatmabhir Vapibhir Upashobhitam Bahvasana Kutho Pitam Bahubhumi Grihayutam Bahvasana Kutho Pitam Bahubhumi Grihayutam. Together. Kanchanotpalapadmabhir Vapibhir Upashobhitam Bahvasana Kutho Pitam Bahubhumi Grihayutam. Okay, so here Kanchanotpala Padmabhihi Vapibhihi Upashobhitam Bahvasana Kuthopetam Bahubhumi Grihayutam Tam Medinim Samudakshata. Okay, what did he see? Kanchanotpala Padmabhihi. Kanchana refers to golden, Utpala refers to the lilies. Nilotpala are dark blue lilies. Kanchanotpala are golden lilies. And not only lilies, Kanchana Utpala Padmabhihi, golden lotuses as well. So there were golden lotuses and golden lilies. Where? Vapis, in the Vapi or the small artificial lakes. So there were artificial lakes which had golden lilies and lotuses. Upashobhitam, looking beautiful. Bahvasana Kuthopetam. Okay, there was also a lot of, the sitting area was there on the sides of the lake. We must imagine very comfortable places where people could sit and enjoy a relaxed evening. So Bahu Asana, Bahvasana, many seats. Okay, Bahvasana Kuthopetam, with many couches with rich coverings. Bahu Bhumi Grihayutam. Okay, Bhumi Griha, we have seen before also. Bhumi Griha means house within the earth, therefore underground houses. So there were also underground chambers, okay, in this area. This is how the place looked. सर्वर्तु कुसुमैरम्यां सर्वर्तु कुसुमैरम्यां फलवद्भिश्च पादपैः फलवद्भिश्च पादपैः पुष्पितानामशोकानां श्रिया सूर्योदयप्रभां सर्वर्तु कुसुमैरम्यां फलवद्भिश्च पादपैः सर्वर्तु कुसुमैरम्यां फलवद्भिश्च पादपैः पुष्पितानामशोकानां श्रिया सूर्योदयप्रभां पुष्पितानामशोकानां श्रिया सूर्योदयप्रभां together सर्वर्तु कुसुमैरम्यां फलवद्भिश्च पादपैः पुष्पितानामशोकानां श्रिया सूर्योदयप्रभां सर्वर्तु कुसुमैः फलवद्भिः पादपैः रम्यां पुष्पितानाम् अशोकानां श्रिया सूर्योदयप्रभां श्रिया तां मेदिनीं समुदक्षत. Okay, sarvartu kusumaihi. Okay, the trees were filled with flowers. What kind of flowers? Flowers of different seasons. We are right now at the beginning of spring, but the place was so divine that it had flowers of all the seasons, all season flowers. The trees were full of blossoms. Sarvartu kusumaihi, laden with blossoms of all seasons. Okay, phalavatpihi, all season fruits also were there on those trees. Okay, so mangoes will also be there at the same time as pomegranates, at the same time as grapes, all the fruits. It is like a divine garden where everything that you want will be there as per your wish. Padapaihi, with such trees, ramyam, looking charming in appearance. Pushpitanam, ashokanam, with blossomed ashoka flowers. Ashoka flowers are like similar in color to the flame of forest flowers. See, like they look like the sun. Okay, bright orange in color. Pushpitanam, ashokanam, Suryodaya Prabham Shriya Tam Medinim, with the Shri, with the beauty of, here the word Shri refers to beauty. Shriya, with the beauty of Suryodaya Prabha, with the beauty of the early morning rising sun, those flowers were blooming on the Ashoka trees. Tam Medinim, that earth he saw. Okay, I hope the meaning is clear. If you want me to repeat, I will. Okay, I'm moving forward. Pradiptamiv tatrastho marutis samudaikshat nishpatra shakham vihagaihi क्रियमाणामिवा सकृत प्रदीप्तामिव तत्रस्थो मारुतिः समुदैक्षत प्रदीप्तामिव तत्रस्थो मारुतिः समुदैक्षत निष्पत्रशाखां विहगैः क्रियमाणामिवा सकृत निष्पत्रशाखां विहगैः क्रियमाणामिवा सकृत together प्रदीप्तामिव तत्रस्थो मारुतिः समुदैक्षत निष्पत्रशाखां विहगैः क्रियमाणामिवा सकृत. We've already seen Tatrastaha Marutihi Samudakshata. We already know those meanings. Pradiptam. See, we saw in the previous Shlokana, Suryodaya Prabham Pradiptam. Therefore, glowing. Pradiptam means that which was glowing. What was glowing? The earth was glowing. Why was it glowing? Because of the Ashoka flowers, which were bright orange in color. like Surya Prabha, Suryodaya Prabha. Then Pradiptam Nishpatra Shakham Iva Vihagaihi Asakrit Kriyamana Tam Medini. Okay. Nishpatra Shakham Iva. What does it mean? As if removing all the leaves. What was removing all the leaves? Asakrit, many times. Vihagaihi, by the birds. Kriyamanam Iva, as if doing. So there were many birds which were busily flying from here and there. There were so many birds on some of the trees that Hanuman thought, oh, the trees, leaves of the trees are going to fall off. Nishpatra Shakham Iva Kriyamanam, Vihagaihi Kriyamanam, by the birds. Oh, it looks as if these trees are going to all be rid of their leaves because of the activity of the birds there. The birds were busily moving around. That's basically the meaning that Valmiki Maharishi intends to convey. Moving forward. Vinishpatatbhishatashah Vinishpatatbhishatashश्चित्रैः पुष्पावतंसकैः चित्रैः पुष्पावतंसकैः आमूलपुष्पनिचितैः आमूलपुष्पनिचितैरशोकैः अशोकैः विनिष्पतद्भिश्शतशश्चित्रैः पुष्पावतंसकैः विनिष्पतद्भिश्शतशश्चित्रैः पुष्पावतंसकैः. It was a mouthful. I'll again repeat it slowly. Vinishpatatbhihi Shatashaha Chitraihi Pushpavatamsakaihi. Okay, but we have to join everywhere and tell with the Santi. Vinishpatatbhishatashaschitraihi Pushpavatamsakaihi. Again, Vinishpatatbhishatashaschitraihi Pushpavatamsakaihi. Chanting is clear, no? Okay. Amulapushpanichitaihi Amulapushpanichitaihi. But joining Amulapushpanichitair Ashokaishokanashanaihi Amulapushpanichitair Ashokaishokanashanaihi. Together. Vinishpatadbhishatashaschitraiः pushpapatamsakaiः आमूलपुष्पनिचितैरशोकैः. Just once more for practice. Vinishpatadbhishatashaschitraiः pushpapatamsakaiः आमूलपुष्पनिचितैरशोकैः. Chanting clear, no? Ramaji, are you following? Since you're new to class, are you chanting? Are you getting it? Thumbs up is fine. If you get it, you can just raise it up. Great. Okay, if you have doubts, please stop me and ask. Okay, so here, Chitraihi Pushpavatamsakaihi Shatashaha. Shatashaha Anvaya with a Vihagaihi. Shatashaha Vihagaihi. Countless birds. Okay, so Shatashaha goes to the previous shloka. By countless birds, because of their incessant movement, Hanuman felt as if the trees are going to lose all their leaves. Okay, then from in this shloka, Chitraihi Pushpavatamsakaihi Amula Pushpanichitaihi Shokanashanaihi. I have to take it from the next shloka also. So these are all adjectives. So we'll see the 8th shloka also and then I'll do the Anvaya. So 8th shloka also, let's chant. Pushpabharati bharaischa Pushpabharati bharaischa Sprishatbhir iva medinim Sprishatbhir iva medinim Karnikarai kusumitaih कर्णिकारैः कुसुमितैः किं शुकैश्च सुपुष्पितैः किं शुकैश्च सुपुष्पितैः पुष्पभारातिभारैश्च स्पृशद्भिरिव मेदिनीम् पुष्पभारातिभारैश्च स्पृशद्भिरिव मेदिनीम् कर्णिकारैः कुसुमितैः किं शुकैश्च सुपुष्पितैः कर्णिकारैः कुसुमितैः किं शुकैश्च सुपुष्पितैः together पुष्पभारातिभारैश्च स्पृशद्भिरिव मेदिनीम् कर्णिकारैः कुसुमितैः किं शुकैश्च सुपुष्पितैः. Again we have the tritiya vibhakti bahuvachana padams continuing. Pushpabharatibaraihi cha स्पृशद्भिः इव मेदिनीं कर्णिकारैः कुसुमितैः कर्णिकारैः सुपुष्पितैः किंशुकैः तां मेदिनीं समुदैक्षत. Okay, so what did he see? We'll take from both the shlokas. So the first one was chitraihi pushpa avatamsakaihi. Pushpa avatamsaka. Okay. Pushpa refers to flower, as you all know. Does anyone know what avatamsaka means? We have seen it in Ambal Shloka. Shamla also we have seen. You remember? Okay, I'll tell. Avatamsaka refers to ear ornaments. So the flowers, which were very wonderful in appearance, appeared like ear ornaments of the trees. The trees were amazingly beautiful. Each flower looked like a glowing ear ornament. Pushpa avatamsakaihi. Amula pushpa nichitaihi. Amula means what? To the root. Pushpa, flowers, nichitaihi, covered. The trees wanted to please Ravana, so they were flowering. First, all season flowers, all season fruits. Then the trees were covered with flowers from top to bottom. Amula pushpa nichitaihi. The trees were just covered with flowers. Ashokaihi, shokanashanaihi, ashokaihi. The very meaning of ashoka means what? Avidyamanaha, shokaha, ashokaha. Where there is no shoka. Okay, so the purpose of naming the garden as Ashokavana was to say there is a pleasure garden. I've already told this before. So here, Ashoka, shokanashana. The moment the king would step into the garden, his shoka or his any problem that he has will be destroyed. So Ashokaihi, shokanashanaihi. With these kind of worry destroying flowers. It was so beautiful is what Valmiki Maharishi intends to convey. And then Pushpa Bharita Bharaihi cha. Okay, Pushpa Bharita Bharaihi. Loaded heavily with flowers. The Pushpa Bharita Bhara refers to tree. That which bears the load of Pushpa. Pushpa Bharita Bhara. That is how the word is constructed. Please note, it's a samasta padam. Okay, what does it refer to? That which bears this load. What is that which bears the load? The tree. Okay, so Pushpa Bharita Bharaha. Padapa. Okay, so that tree, Medinim Sprishadbhiriva. Each one of them, those flowers, fruits, everything was covering the ground, touching the ground. Kusumitehi Karnikarahi. Touching the ground were those flowered Karnikara trees. Okay, Karnikara trees were filled with flowers that were touching the ground. Okay, Karnikara refers to golden color champa flowers. So those golden color champa trees were again blossomed till their very roots, as if they were touching the ground. Supushpitaihi Kimshukaha. Kimshuka is a beautiful tree associated with Ambal. You will see it in Bangalore. It just grows wildly there. I'm so amazed to see it. Such a beautiful flower, and it just falls on the path. It's a red color flower. Okay, in Shamradandakam we have the amazing phrase, no? Kim shukam tam shukam kim shukam lalayanti parikridase. Okay. She's singing it. So she loves to play with the Kimshuka flowers. So this place also Tam Kimshukaihi Tam Medini. So filled with the Kimshuka trees, this land was glowing and looking splendid. And this is what Hanuman saw. So next shloka.
Sadeshah prabhaya tesham
प्रदीप्त इव सर्वतः पुन्नागा सप्तपर्णाश्च चम्पको सदेश.
How did this come? There is a sound coming for all of you, right? How did this come? I have no idea. I have a feeling that I haven't deleted the video file for this. I mean, the audio file for this.
सदेशः प्रभया तेषां प्रदीप्त इव सर्व.
I'm going to turn the volume to 0 and then play it. Yeah, okay.
It
So
was
there
nice.
you are. So
It was very pleasant. You can even play that.
tomorrow you can hear it on YouTube. It will be released. Actually, when I was removing the audio, I changed the video with the audio to a presentation format for the class purpose. But I have a feeling I have layered the audio in 2 bits and I forgot to remove 1 bit. Okay. Because if this is going to come, it's going to stop me from teaching properly. So, because I can't repeat now in this. Okay. Abhi, now we are in the next shloka. So we have finished till 8. So we now, did we miss 9? Yes, we missed the last one. Sadeshah prabhaya tesham. Sadeshah prabhaya tesham. Pradiptamiva sarvataha. Pradipta iva sarvataha. Punnagah saptaparnascha. Punnagah saptaparnascha. चम्पकोत्तालकास्तथा 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 विवृद्धमूला बहवः विवृद्धमूला बहवः शोभन्ते स्म सुपुष्पिताः शोभन्ते स्म सुपुष्पिताः सदेशः प्रभया तेषां प्रदीप्त इव सर्वतः सदेशः प्रभया तेषां प्रदीप्त इव सर्वतः पुन्नागाः सप्तपर्णाश्च चम्पकोदालकास्तथा पुन्नागाः सप्तपर्णाश्च चम्पकोत्तालकास्तथा विवृद्धमूला बहवः शोभन्ते स्म सुपुष्पिताः विवृद्धमूला बहवः शोभन्ते स्म सुपुष्पिताः टुगेदर सदेशः प्रभया तेषां प्रदीप्त इव सर्वतः पुन्नागाः सप्तपर्णाश्च चम्पकोदालकास्तथा विवृद्धमूला बहवः शोभन्ते स्म सुपुष्पिताः. So, 9th shloka Anvaya. Shobhante sma. It shone brightly. It looked beautiful. What looked beautiful? Tesham prabhaya. By their radiance, by their splendor. Splendor of what? Those amazing flowers, those animals, those fruits, the birds there, the appearance of the beautiful trees, everything. The lakes, the beautiful buildings there, by their radiance, by their effulgence. Sadeshaha, that land, that Medini, Sarvataha Pradiptaha Iva. It looked as if it was lit up everywhere. Okay, we are now at a time when the dawn has not yet broken. Ravana, it's in the, it's not yet Brahma, it's probably Brahma Muhurta hours. So the time when the world is sleeping. Despite that, the place looked as if it was lit up. By what? Simply the natural beauty of the place. The flowers, the fruits, the trees, everything made it look beautiful, as if it was lit up. Okay. Vivriddha moolaha supushpitaha punnagaha saptaparnaha cha tatha champakoddalakaha shobhante sma. What all was glowing? Vivriddha moolaha, extended up to the roots. Vivriddha moolaha, extended up to the roots. Moola means root, vivriddha means extended. Supushpitaha, well blossomed. We just saw the trees were blossomed till their roots. What were the trees that were blossomed till their roots? Punnaga trees, Punnaga, Saptaparna trees, and Champaka and Uddalaka trees. These trees you have seen before, even in second Sarga, I've even given many of their English names, so now I'm not going into the flora, sorry. So with all these trees, the place was growing splendidly. So now we come to the next shloka. It stays muted. Shatakumbhanibha kechit, Shatakumbhanibha kechit, Kechidagnishikhopamah, Kechidagnishikhopamah, Neelanjananibha kechit, Neelanjananibha kechit, Tatra shoka sahasrashah, Tatra shoka सहस्रशः शातकुम्भनिभाः केचित् केचिदग्निशिखोपमाः शातकुम्भनिभाः केचित् केचिदग्निशिखोपमाः नीलाञ्जननिभाः केचित् तत्राशोका सहस्रशः नीलाञ्जननिभाः केचित् तत्राशोका सहस्रशः together शातकुम्भनिभाः केचित् केचिदग्निशिखोपमाः नीलाञ्जननिभाः केचित् तत्राशोका सहस्रशः tatra there sahasrashah in thousands. Sahasra means thousand. Vishnu Sahasranamam, 1,000 names. Sahasrashah in thousands. Ashokaha, Ashoka trees. Kechit Shatakumbhanivaha. Some of them Shatakumbha, golden pot. Nibhaha, like. So there were the thousands of Ashoka trees were there. Of those, some of those trees were glowing like golden pots. Kechit Agnishikopamaha. Some of them appeared as if they had shikha or flames of fire on their top because they were so well bloomed. So many flowers. In the night, the Ashoka trees shone brilliantly. Okay. Then Kechit Neelanjana Nibaha, because it was night, those which that part of the Ashoka tree which hadn't bloomed, it looked like Neelanjana Nibha. Like as Nibha, Neelanjana refers to what? Anjana's kajal. Neela's dark kajal. So that part of the tree which was not bloomed, right, looked like kajal. So three parts, okay, the collyrium which you wear in the eyes, okay, like that. So some of the trees look golden, some of them were like having flames of fire on the top, and some of them were dark in appearance. Nandanam vividhodyanam, Nandanam vividhodyanam, Chitram chaitraratham yata, Chitram chaitraratham yatha, Ativrittamiva chintyam, Ativrittamiva chintyam, Divyam ramyam shriyavritam, Divyam ramyam shriyavritam. Nandanam vividhodyanam, Nandanam vividhodyanam, Chitram chaitraratham yatha, Nandanam vividhodyanam, Chitram chaitraratham yatha, Ativrittamiva chintyam, Divyam ramyam shriyavritam, Ativrittamiva chintyam, Divyam ramyam shriyavritam. Together. Nandanam vividhodyanam, Chitram chaitraratham yatha, Ativrittamiva chintyam, Divyam ramyam shriyavritam. So, vividhodyanam, the difference of gardens, the way it appeared. Nandanam yatha, it looked like Nandana, Indra's pleasure garden. Chitram Chaitraratham yatha, it was wonderful like Chaitraratha. This is just alliterated, Chitram for Chaitraratham, because just to say the tra and the cha and the tra, no, that is called an anuprasa alankara. Chitram chaitra ratham, like a wonderful chaitra ratha. Chaitra ratha we've seen earlier, Kumara's garden. Okay, yatha, like that. Ativrittam. Okay, it was surpassing both Nandana and Chaitra ratha in its beauty. Achintyam, it was of unimaginable, what? Divyam Ramyam, divine beauty, divine charm. It was unimaginably, divinely charming. Shriya Vritam. Vritam means surrounded. Shriya means here the word Shri is to be taken as effulgence, beauty. Okay, so surrounded by beauty, surrounded by effulgence. Okay, then next shloka. If you noticed, that shloka did not have a verb. Okay, so we can say Saha Maratihi Dadasha. Okay, Hanuman saw. Okay, द्वितीयमिव चाकाशं द्वितीयमिव चाकाशं पुष्पज्योतिर्गणायुतं पुष्पज्योतिर्गणायुतं पुष्परत्नशतैश्चित्रं पुष्परत्नशतैश्चित्रं पञ्चमं सागरं यथा पञ्चमं सागरं यथा द्वितीयमिव चाकाशं पुष्पज्योतिर्गणायुतं द्वितीयमिव चाकाशं पुष्पज्योतिर्गणायुतं पुष्परत्नशतैश्चित्रं पञ्चमं सागरं यथा पुष्परत्नशतैश्चित्रं पञ्चमं सागरं यथा. Please excuse me. So here, Dvitiyam Akasham Iva. The place looked like a second sky. This is an Utpreksha Alankara. How can land look like sky? This is just for comparison purposes, just to show the beauty. Dvitiyam Akasham Iva, like a second sky. How? Why? He says, Pushpa Ratna Shataihi Chitram. Okay, so it had, just like how the stars, countless twinkling stars will adorn the sky, this land was adorned with Pushpa Ratna Shataihi, jewel-like flowers. How many? Hundreds of them, which were twinkling. So probably it appeared like a night sky with countless twinkling stars, which were the beautiful flowers. Okay, and then Chitram, it looked wonderful in appearance. Pushpa Jyotihi Ganayutam, sorry. So shining with countless radiant blossoms, each of them comparable to gemstones and like stars. Panchamam Sagaram Yatha. Okay. No, sorry. I will again tell the comparison. Dvitiyam Akasham is with the Pushpa Jyoti Ganayutam. Okay, not with Pushpa Ratna Shataish Chitram. I'll explain. Dvitiyam cha Akasham Pushpa Jyotir Ganayutam should be taken separately, like a second sky. Why? Just like the sky will be studded with stars, here the lights were the pushpa, the flowers, ganayutam, with rows of them, with groups of them, okay, surrounded by. So the whole forest was glowing like the night sky with countless stars, which were made up of the pushpa. The second sentence, Panchamam Sagaram Yatha, Pushparatna Shataihi Chitram. Okay, like a fifth ocean. What will the ocean be decorated with? Ratna. The sky will be decorated with stars. The ocean will be decorated with ratnas. So what kind of gemstones? These gemstones also are Pushpa Ratna Shataihi. The gemstones which are made of these radiant flowers or otherwise gave the appearance of a fifth ocean. This is just Valmiki's poetic imagination, leading him to compare the land with either the dark night sky or as deep and dark as the fifth ocean. What is the fifth ocean, if you ask? Don't think it's Arctic, Antarctic, Indian Ocean, Pacific, Atlantic, not those four. It is said in the Puranas that there are four oceans holding up the earth on four sides. It is not saying earth is square or flat or anything. Just that the earth is supported on four sides by four oceans. Okay. Now this place was so beautiful that it gave the appearance of being a fifth ocean. So the reference is to the Puranas and not to the modern geography. Okay. Now we move forward. If there are any questions, please ask. First sentence Anvaya together, second sentence Anvaya together. Sky, stars. Ocean, gemstones. Okay, next shloka. सर्वर्तु पुष्पैर्निचितं सर्वर्तु पुष्पैर्निचितं पादपैर्मधुगन्धिभिः पादपैर्मधुगन्धिभिः नानानिनादैर् उद्यानं नानानिनादैर् उद्यानं रम्यं मृगगणैर्द्विजैः रम्यं मृगगणैः द्विजैः सर्वर्तु पुष्पैर्निचितं पादपैर्मधुगन्धिभिः सर्वर्तु पुष्पैर्निचितं पादपैर्मधुगन्धिभिः नानानिनादैरुद्यानं रम्यं मृगगणैर्द्विजैः नानानिनादैरुद्यानं रम्यं मृगगणैर्द्विजैः. Together. सर्वर्तु पुष्पैर्निचितं पादपैरुपशोभितं पादपैर्मधुगन्धिभिः नानानिनादैरुद्यानं रम्यं मृगगणैर्द्विजैः. Okay, so sarvartu pushpaihi madhugandhibihi padapaihi nichitam. First phrase. Nananidadaihi mrigaganaihi dvijaihi ramyam udyanam dadarsha. Let's see. Sarvartu pushpaihi madhugandhibihi. Sarvartu pushpaihi. These are all seasons flowers. Filled with all season flowers. Madhu gandhibihi. Okay. Madhu gandhibihi, the fragrant flowers. That which carries fragrance and which is laden with honey. So madhu gandhibihi refers to pushpaihi. What is carried? What is the thing which has these? Padapaihi. The trees which are covered with flowers of all seasons and very fragrant honey-filled flowers. Okay. Then nananinadaihi, with various sounds of what? Mrigaganaihi, collections of animals. Dvija refers to bird, right? That which is born twice. Dvijaihi, with the sound of the birds. Ramyam udyanam, charming garden. Dadarsha. Okay. Next shloka. Aneka gandha pravaham Aneka gandha pravaham Punyagandham manoramam Punyagandham manoramam Shailendrameva gandhadhyam Shailendrameva gandhadhyam Dvitiyam gandhamadanam Dvitiyam gandhamadanam Aneka pravaham Punyagandham manoramam Aneka pravaham Punyagandham manoramam Shailendrameva gandhadhyam Dvitiyam gandhamadanam Shailendrameva gandhadhyam Dvitiyam gandhamadanam. Together. Aneka gandha pravaham Punyagandham manoramam Shailendrameva gandhadhyam Dvitiyam gandhamadanam. Aneka gandha pravaham, filled with the pravaha is a verb which is a word which actually implies a sense of flow. Okay, vahati iti pravaha, prakarshena vahati pravaha. Usually it refers to a river. Okay, that which moves, a stream. So here, what is the river? Aneka gandha pravaha. So the scents and the fragrances of those flowers in that vana, okay, is so much that it resembles a river, flowing river. Okay, so aneka gandha pravaham, with a river of beautiful fragrances. Punya gandham, divine fragrance. Manoramam, that which captivates the mind. Okay, gandhadhyam, filled with smell. Dvitiyam gandhamadanam shailendram. Shailendram Gandhamadanam. Dvitiyam Shailendram Gandhamadanam Iva Dadarsha. Dvitiyam, a second. Shailendram, okay, chief of the mountains. Here it is not Himalaya, it is Gandhamadana. Gandhamadana we've seen in the context of Subramanya also, right? In Subramanya Bhujangam also we have seen, right? It is a celestial mountain, it is not a mountain on earth. Like the celestial mountain where the Devas reside, where many gods and goddesses reside, and is a very secretive mountain. Like that Gandhamadana, which is filled. Why? Because it is Gandhamadana itself means what? That which is filled with divine fragrances. That is the meaning of Gandhamadana. That which the fragrances are so much that they will come and hit you and they will take you in their spell. Okay, like that fragrant Ashokavana was like a Dvitiya, like a second Gandhamadana mountain. Okay, so that is a comparison here to the fragrance of the flowers in Ashokavana. Ashokavanikayam tu tasyam vanara pungavaha. Ashokavanikayam tu tasyam vanara pungavaha. Sadadarsha vidurastham. Again. Sadadarshavidurastham, sorry, Sadadarshavidurastham, Chaityaprasadamuchhritam, Ashokavanikayam tu tasyam vanarapungavaha. Ashokavanikayam tu tasyam vanarapungavaha. Sadadarshavidurastham, Chaityaprasadamuchhritam, Sadadarshavidurastham, Chaityaprasadamuchhritam. Together. Ashokavanikayam tu tasyam vanarapungavaha. Sadadarshavidurastham, Chaityaprasadamuchhritam. Okay. Saha vanarapungavaha tasyam ashokavanikayam avidurastham chaityaprasadam uchhritam chaityaprasadam dadarsha. We have to add. Saha Vanara Pungavaha. He. Who is he? He is the bull among the monkeys. Pungava means bull. Vanara monkeys. Bull among the monkeys. Vanara Pungavaha. What did he see? Tasyam Ashokavanikayam. Okay. In that Ashokavana. Avidurastham. Not very far. Here this is not very far from Ashokavana. This is not very far from where he is. Very close to where he is. Okay. So Avidurastham. Sthitam, atra, uchhritam, tall, chaitya prasadam. Okay, chaitya refers to a kind of resting house. You can also say it's like a temple-like structure. Okay, so prasada refers to large building. Chaitya usually refers to a building which has religious significance. So a temple-like structure. Okay, chaitya prasadam, uchhritam, tall. Dadarsha. He saw, Dadarsha is here, sorry. He saw. So he saw such a tall building, which was like a temple-like structure, not far from where he was, in the Ashokavana. So we've been very patient, no? That's why Valmiki is leading us there. Okay, let's be patient for a little more while. Madhye stambha sahasrena, sthitam kailasa panduram, Pravalakrita sopanam, tapta kanchana vedikam, madhye stambha sahasrena, sthitam kailasa panduram, madhye stambha sahasrena, sthitam kailasa panduram, pravalakrita sopanam, tapta kanchana vedikam, pravalakrita sopanam, tapta kanchana vedikam. Together. Madhye stambha sahasrena, sthitam kailasa panduram, pravalakrita sopanam, tapta kanchana vedikam. Saha Vanarapungavaha Chaitya Prasadam Dadarsha. From the previous shloka, we take for this shloka Anvaya. Saha Vanarapungava, he, the bull among monkeys, saw a temple-like structure. How was it? Tasmin Madhye. In the middle of that structure, Stamba Sahasrena Stitam, situated with 1,000 pillars. Okay. Kailasa Panduram. Pandura Varna refers to the white color. Kailasa Panduram, white like Kailasha mountain. Pravana Krita Sopanam. It had steps, staircase. Sopana means staircase. What was it studded with? Pravala. Okay. The staircases were paved with corals. See, the Ashokavana is shining red, golden, and beautiful. Then there is this white structure, those days without any artificial lighting, that itself was shining in the night. Okay. And then the staircase, Hanuman had sharp eyesight and Valmiki had clean foresight, or rather clean oversight. He had that vision. So he could see what was seen by Hanuman. So he saw the staircases were studded with corals. The place looked white like Kailasa mountain. And then what did it have? Tapta Kanchana Vedikam, golden platforms. So this is the description of the Chaitra Prasada. See, Ravana will not leave any surface undecorated. Valmiki will not leave any surface unseen. Hanuman in his eagerness to see will see everything that is there to be seen. So as readers and as bhaktas, we will also see along with Hanuman and Valmiki. Okay. So now we'll move forward. What did he see in the Chaitra Prasada? Mushnantamiva chakshushim. Mushnantamiva chakshushim. Chakshumshi Dyotamanamiva Shriya Dyotamanamiva Shriya Vimalam Pram Shubhavatvat Bhavatvat Vimalam Pram Shubhavatvat Ullikhantamivambaram Ullikhantamivambaram Mushnantamiva Chakshumshi Dyotamanamiva Shriya Mushnantamiva Chakshumshi Dyotamanamiva Shriya Vimalam Pram Shubhavatvat Ullikhantamivambaram Vimalam Pram Shubhavatvat Ullikhantamivambaram. Together. Mushnantamiva Chakshumshi Dyotamanamiva Shriya Vimalam Pram Shubhavatvat Ullikhantamivambaram. Chakshumshi Mushnantam Iva. Chakshumshi. Chakshu refers to eyes. Okay. Chakshumshi, of the eyes. Mushnantam, as if grabbing. What grabs the eyes? Brightness, no? Kanna parikirthu, we say, no? The brightness. So kanna parichadu. So chakshumshi mushtanti. Sorry for those who speak Telugu. I don't know what is the word in it for Telugu or Kannada. But basically, the brightness is so much that it seems to grab our vision, steal our vision. Okay. So chakshumshi mushtantam iva. Shriya dyotamanam iva. As if shining. Dyotamanam, shining. Shriya dyotamanam. As if shining with brilliance. Here the word Shri is brilliant. Vimalam pramshubhavatvat, with pure white, unsullied pramshubhava. As it appeared as if it was made of light. The whole building seemed to be glowing. It was not just made of plaster and stone and paint, but it simply seemed to be a creation of light. Pramshubhavatvat, ambaram ullikhantam iva, as if touching the sky. Chaitya prasadam tadarsha. Okay. I hope the meaning is clear. Going forward. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand. Tato malina samvitam. Tato malina samvitam. Did I miss the shloka? No, right? No. Tato malina samvitam rakshasibhis samavritam rakshasibhis samavritam upavasa krisham dinam upavasa krisham dinam nishvasantim punah punaha निश्वसन्तीं पुनः पुनः ततो मलिनसंवीतां राक्षसीभिः समावृतां ततो मलिनसंवीतां राक्षसीभिः समावृताम् उपवासकृशां दीनां निश्वसन्तीं पुनः पुनः उपवासकृशां दीनां निश्वसन्तीं पुनः पुनः together ततो मलिनसंवीतां राक्षसीभिः समावृताम् उपवासकृशां दीनां निश्वसन्तीं पुनः पुनः. Next shloka also has to be taken for Andhya. Dadarsha Shukla Pakshadau Dadarsha Shukla Pakshadau Chandra Rekhamivamalam Chandra Rekhamivamalam Mandam Prakhyayamanena mandam prakhyayamanena रूपेण रुचिरप्रभां रूपेण रुचिरप्रभां ददर्श शुक्लपक्षादौ चन्द्ररेखामिवामलां ददर्श शुक्लपक्षादौ चन्द्ररेखामिवामलां मन्दं प्रख्यायमानेन रूपेण रुचिरप्रभां मन्दप्रख्यायमानेन रूपेण रुचिरप्रभाम्. Okay, so now Vanarapungavaha Dadarsha. Harika ji, please ask.
Ma'am, is it mandam prakhyayamanena or manda prakhyayamanena?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Have I been chanting Manda or Mandam?
Once you chanted mandam, second time you said manda. So
though both versions are there, I'm so sorry. I also got confused. Mandam Prakhyayamanena is also fine. Manda Prakhyayamanena is also fine. Okay, if you do the Samasapadam and Samastapadam and say, you'll say Manda Prakhyayamanena. If you don't do the Samastapadam and give it as Vyastapadam, Mandam Prakhyayamanena. Both make sense. In Giri book, I think it is there as Mandam. So let us chant it as Mandam. In the chanting file, I think if I haven't made any mistakes, I would have chanted it as Mandam only. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. But for the meaning, every time I also think of it as Manda Prakhyayamanam. So, okay. So now this shloka, as you all know, he sees Saha Vanarapungavaha Tadarsha. But look at Valmiki Maharishi, he does not name her. Okay, only gives adjectives for her. Okay, so we will see and enjoy the adjectives and try to understand the meaning. Okay, Saha Vanarapungavaha we have taken from the previous shloka. Tataha, then. Saha Vanarapungavaha Tadarsha. He saw. What did he see? Malina Sambitam, one who is clad in soiled clothes. Rakshasibhihi Samavritam, surrounded by Rakshasis. Upavasa Krisham, she is emaciated, Krisham, emaciated, lean, because of Upavasa, fasting. She is not eaten at all. Why? Because she's been missing Raghava. Deenam, looking pitiable. Punaha Nishwasantim. Again and again, Nishwasantim sighing, loudly sighing. Like this, okay, Perumuchu, like we say in Tamil, sighing repeatedly. And then what? Shukla Pakshado Chandra Rekham Iva. At the beginning of the Shukla Paksha, like the crescent moon on Prathama, how it will look. That light, almost invisible crescent moon. She had wasted away so much. Shukla Pakshado Chandra Rekham Iva. And Amalam, she looked unsullied. Mandam Prakhyayamanena or Manda Prakhyayamanena. Okay. One could faintly only see her form. Manda means faint. Prakhyayamanam. Prakhyayamanam means to be able to make out the form. Rupena. Manda Prakhyayamanam means, oh, she is only there. There is a lady there. Like that, you could barely discern her presence. Ruchira Prabham. But one who was, nevertheless, if you had managed to see her, you will see her glowing with effulgence. Ruchira Prabham. One who is glowing with shining effulgence. Ruchira means light. Prabha also means light. Ruchira Prabha, glowing with shining effulgence. So she is so faint in appearance initially, but the moment you look at her, she is so bright. Okay, that is what Valmiki Maharishi is trying to convey. So what is he saying? Why has he not named Sita Mata? He has not named her because Hanuman is not sure. You remember he saw one richly clad lady sleeping in Ravana's Antapura, correct? Looking extremely beautiful. What did he do? He jumped up in excitement, kissed his tail, climbed up from pillar to pillar, saying, Dadasha Sita iti, Dadasha Sita. So he said, I've seen that, I have seen Sita Drishta, Sita Drishta, I have seen her, he claims. But now he is not sure. He sees this lady. How does she look? She's clad in soiled clothes. Okay, that ties up. Because obviously she's been in Vanavana, she's been in this Ashokavana against her will for many months. 10 months have passed since she was captured by Ravana. So she's been under capture for 10 months, and in 10 months, she's not had a bath. So Malina Samvita, her clothes will be soiled. Rakshasi bihi samavritam. Rakshasis were there all around her. Okay, imagine it's night time. Sita Mata is sitting there under not the Shimshupa tree, but under some tree. But what is the significance of Shimshupa tree? Hanuman is in the Shimshupa tree when he sees her. Where is she? She is near the Chaitya Prasada. There are trees all around her. Okay, so she is in the Ashokavana, surrounded by Rakshasis. Imagine the scene in the night. All those fat, ugly, gory-looking Rakshasis, all of them, some of them falling prey to sleep, snoring loudly, some of them with maces and gadas and horrible-looking instruments of torture in their hands, some falling from their hands, some keeping them to the side, some of them looking wide awake with burning, glowing eyes. All these people were surrounding Sita Mata. Okay, so obviously surrounded by Sita Mata, surrounded by all these terrible ogresses, she looked particularly thin. Upavasa Krisha. She looked very weak, Deena, pitiable. And what was she doing? Was she sleeping peacefully, thinking, okay, it is night time, let me go to sleep? No, sitting on the hard ground, she was only sighing repeatedly because she was missing Rama so much. And then Shukla Pakshadau, Amalam Chandrarekham Iva. Here the Tattva-deepika commentary says, Sita Mata is compared to the Chandra. We have seen earlier also. Chandra plays Sachivyam, Chandra helps Hanuman in looking for Sita. Here again the comparison is of Sita Mata's appearance to the Prathama Chandra, right, in the Shukla Paksha. This is to say, Shukla Paksha first is growing face. Chandra is always good and beneficial to all. This you have seen in Soundara Lahari also, remember, Samakara Nipato Himakaraha. Drishadrakhi Yasyadara Dalitani Lotpala Ruchar. Remember the shloka in that. What does the Acharya say? He says, Samakaraha nipataha himakaraha. The moon does not differentiate between whether it is a palace or whether it is a sewage water. Wherever it is on earth, the moonlight falls equally. So the moon is a symbol here for being a friend to the whole world. Sita Mata also, being Chandra Sahodri, is friendly and kind to the whole world, as we will see later. She even counsels the horrible Rakshasa Ravana, trying to get him on the right path. Okay, who will do that? Okay, so here Chandra Rekha refers to her, Chandra reference refers to her all-forgiving, kind, compassionate nature, which is a friend to the whole world. Okay, and now we know why that prasada looked as if it was made of light. Correct? She is there, no? And look at her light. Her light is such that she is so faint in appearance, but if you look at her carefully, you can't see anything but her light. It is her, obviously she is Mahalakshmi, she is glowing. Okay, but from a distance, she is having the name and form as Sita Devi. That name and form make her look Manda Prakhya, make her look as if she is faintly recognizable. This is how Bhagavan also is. There everywhere, glowing brilliantly and brightly, but we cannot see. Why? To us, he is Atimanda Prakhya. We cannot even make out, not even a little. Why? Because we are not looking for him. And if we see him anywhere also, we don't recognize him. Same, Sita Mata, in the name and form of Sita Devi, it is Jagannata Mahalakshmi Devi. She will glow brilliantly. Wherever she is, even in the smallest of small amoeba, she will glow. In the largest of large palatial palaces, she will glow. Wherever she is, there is Shri, there is beauty, there is light. So she will glow. But because limited by the name and form, she is Mandapakya. Okay, barely discernible. Okay, so this is the description given of her in the beginning. Now let's move forward. Pinadham Dhumajalena, Pinadham Dhumajalena, Shikhamiva Vibhavasoho, शिखामिव विभावसोः पीतेनैकेन संवीताम् पीतेनैकेन संवीताम् क्लिष्टेनोत्तमवाससा क्लिष्टेनोत्तमवाससा पिनद्धाम् धूमजालेन शिखामिव विभावसोः पिनद्धाम् धूमजालेन शिखामिव विभावसोः पीतेनैकेन संवीताम् क्लिष्टेनोत्तमवाससा क्लिष्टेनोत्तमवाससा together पिनद्धाम् धूमजालेन शिखामिव विभावसोः पीतेनैकेन संवीताम् क्लिष्टेनोत्तमवाससा सः वानरपुङ्गवः ददर्श. All are words in Dvitiya Vibhakti, Ekavachanam, Strilinga Padam, all of them referring to her, except for Dhumajalena. With the Dhumajala, Pinadham. Dhumajalena, Pinadham. With Dhuma refers to smoke, Jala refers to net or lot of smoke. Pinadham, one who is engulfed. Vibhavasoho Shikamiva. Vibhavasu. Vibhavasu refers to the fire. Okay, and Shikha refers to the flame or the top of the fire. If you see how the fire appears when it's glowing brightly, on the top there will be the part which is engulfed with smoke, right? So she looked like that. What is the meaning? Her nature is light. Okay, but because of her present circumstances, she appears smoky. She appears as if she's covered with smoke. Her light is not fully visible because of her present appearance. So, Dhumajalena Pinadham, Vibhavasoho Shikham, Iva, like that. Okay, then, Ekena Klishtena Pitena Uttamavasasa Sambitam Tam Dadarsha. Pite, okay, what are the words? Ekena. She had only one. What? Pitena, yellow. Klishta, worn out. So Shipita, yellow, Klishta, worn out. She had only one yellow, worn out, Uttamavasasa, splendid garment. So when she left the palace, she was wearing bark skin, just like Rama and Lakshmana. Okay, because first she insisted that she should come to the forest. She who has never even seen a forest before, did not even know what the hardships would be. She told Rama, no, if I'm without you, even Ayodhya and the palace and its comforts will feel like a forest to me. I would rather be with you and be like you and be happy with you rather than be without you. So what did she do? She also took barkskin clothes and wore it. The moment Dasharatha Maharaja and Vasishta Maharishi saw her in those clothes, and Kaikeyi was very happy, by the way. Okay, fine, Rama, Lakshmana vacating, even Sita Mata has given up all her ornaments, all her Uttamavasas, all her good clothes she has given away. She's just wearing barkskin and she's going. She was happy. But Vasishta Maharishi stopped and said, this is not the way. She is a Kulavadhu. The person who was under obligation to you to send his son to exile is Dasharatha. The person who has to go to exile is Rama. The person who is promised to be with him as his, co-exiled and to take care of him and to serve him as his servant is Lakshmana. What is Sita Mata's role in this? She is going out of her own free will. When the lady of our clan goes out of her own free will, she will wear the choicest of clothes. Not one piece of jewelry will be taken away from her person. Dasharatha also insisted. Finally, he put his foot down at least for this. So then, wearing all her splendid clothes and her splendid ornaments, Sita Mata left the palace. After being in Vanvasa for so many years also, nothing happened. She had change of clothes and all. She carried a trunk of beautiful things with her. Atri Maharishi's wife gave her splendid ornaments. All that happened. So she lived like a queen, even in the forest. But when she was abducted by Ravana, no time to pack change of clothes. She was directly abducted. So nothing else to wear except the two. And the worst part was, the upper part of the garment had got caught in a tree when she was being lifted up forcibly on the Pushpaka Vimana. So she was left only with one piece of dress, which she managed to wear around her body. Okay, so one piece of dress which she used to cover her modesty. Without a second garment, okay, she had only Eka Vastra. And how was that? Pita. Pita, symbol of royalty. Yellow clothes. Okay, symbol of royalty. Uttamavasa, silken garment. But how did it look? old and worn out because 10 months, no washing, no bathing. Okay, so it looked old and worn out. So this is how she appeared. Now this gives a clue to Hanuman. Okay, this other garment I have seen before. Okay, then he starts to think. He's getting more and more happy. And you should imagine Hanuman's mental state. We know it is Sita Mata and we are rejoicing. He has already made a mistake, mistaking Mandodari for Sita Mata. So you can imagine he has major worries. Have I spotted the right lady? Am I going to jump up and kiss my tail out of excitement just to be proved wrong again? So he's very, very worried. But when he sees that she's only clad in a single garment, he gets some hope in his heart. Okay, then let's see what else he sees. सपङ्कामनलङ्कारां सपङ्कामनलङ्कारां विपद्मामिव पद्मिनीं विपद्मामिव पद्मिनीं व्रीडितां दुःखसन्तप्तां व्रीडितां दुःखसन्तप्तां परिम्लानां तपस्विनीं परिम्लानां 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 तपस्विनीं सपङ्कामनलङ्कारां विपद्मामिव पद्मिनीं सपङ्कामनलङ्कारां विपद्मामिव पद्मिनीं व्रीडितां दुःखसन्तप्तां परिम्लानां तपस्विनीं व्रीडितां दुःखसन्तप्तां परिम्लानां तपस्विनीं सपङ्कामनलङ्कारां विपद्मामिव पद्मिनीं व्रीडितां दुःखसन्तप्तां परिम्लानां तपस्विनीं. So, Sapankam Analankaram. Analankaram, one who was not adorned. Sapankam, Panka refers to dust. Her form was dusty. Okay. Vipadmam Padminim Eva. Like a Padmini, as I told you earlier also, refers to a lotus lake. Okay. Like a lotus pond without lotus. Vipadmam. Like a lotus pond without lotus. Which essentially means what? Vadi poi pattu pora lotus pond. Like a lotus pond where the lotuses have all withered and died. So, sad. Okay. Vridita, dukkha santaptam, tormented by sadness. Vriditam, appearing bashful because of her ekavastra state. Parimlana, one who is looking very withered, tired. Tapaswini, the ascetic lady, the pativrata, he saw. Okay. Now, there are more shlokas which describe her in adjectives, so we will stop here because it will take too much time to complete. But we can all be happy that Hanuman has actually found Sita Mata and is actually seen her, right? So with that, we will close today's
What is Vreelitam?
Vriditam is shy. Okay, bashful. Okay, so we'll close the recording. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam